The Boating Adventure Community Post Channel Update number 73. This year is an important year for the Swamp Duck because by the end of August I have to have put the Swamp Duck through another boat safety scheme certificate. It's due more or less the end of August, so during the interim period I need to just make sure that everything is shipshape and Bristol fashion ready for that inspection. There are a few things that I have changed on the boat since last time it was inspected. I have removed that gas supply and now have a portable gas stove with the little canisters and the locker on the back, which has already been sorted. But I need to just have a look at the electrics because since the last boat safety certificate inspection I have added a new starter battery, and it is slightly different size to the previous one. It's a little bit bigger, and because of that it doesn't quite sit in the cradle that was there before. So I need to put a new cradle in for that battery just to make sure that it can't move either side, because if it can move then that is a fail. It needs to be really well bolted down, strapped in, that kind of thing. So in order to achieve that I have purchased a battery holder complete set from a well-known warehouse and that's what I'm going to fit to the Swamp Duck today and get that battery firmly fixed so it can't move. The battery holder complete set comes with this base plate. This base plate needs to be screwed to the bottom of the battery compartment. The battery compartment is lined with plywood, so I need some fairly small screws and some washers in 4 places to hold that down to the bottom of the battery compartment. And then the complete set comes with this clamp, which then goes on the top of the battery, and that is held in place by these 2 components here. Basically they just go into there like so, and then they are screwed down. It all looks simple, but on the boat I am working in a very, very tight and dark space, so it might take a little bit longer than it would seem.
little job that I have to do. I've got to remove this starter battery and then install the cradle. I'll put the starter battery back again. You can see there's not a lot of room to maneuver, and there's an awful lot of wiring to move out of the way. It's extremely dusty, so it's going to get it clean as well while I'm at it. First job, remove the battery isolator key. Take that out, don't want to get any shocks. The battery isolator switch is also turned off, and the solar panel is off. So the next thing to do is to remove the negative wires first. Okay, so that's all the negative wires, and now the positive wires. Managed to remove the starter battery. I found it easier to remove a leisure battery out of the way first, actually, because they're really heavy and you can't lift them very easily at all, not in an awkward space like this. So it was a matter of removing the leisure battery and then sliding the starter battery into the cradle and accessing it that way. This all needs a really good clean out. It's horrible. That's a little better than it was. So that's where the cradle is going to be sited, just here. The base plate is going to go there. That's number one. So that base plate is now being held down with a series of 4 screws and washers. It's now in its dedicated cradle. I've just now got to put these supports together and the little bit of... So it's now a matter of putting this little bit of a harness across the battery, across the top, and connecting it to this thread here, and one on the other side, tightening it all up and making sure it doesn't move, and then I can rewire. Okay, so that's all installed correctly, and that's not really going to move anywhere anytime soon. Make sure it's nice and tight. So that's all the wiring back in place, and that's a fiddly job done that I've been putting off. I guess that's why we have boat safety inspections, because there are lots of jobs that it's easy just to put them off because they're difficult to get at, but it helps to focus the mind when you know that it's going to be inspected fairly soon. So that's a job well done. I have repaired a couple of connections as I've gone along that seemed a little bit loose, but it's like spaghetti in there, so it needs tidying up as best I can. So that's a little job for me to do later on, is to try and tidy that up a bit and make sure it's properly labelled so that the inspector can see where he's going with it. I do have a wiring diagram for the swamp duck for the battery compartment, and it gives lots of information as to what is running off where. It was well worth sitting down and doing that, so that I know that it's all running properly and there aren't any mistakes in the wiring. It's a lovely afternoon today at Sawley Marina. It's been really quite sunny and quite warm. It's really nice, but none of these boats are going anywhere because the River Trent is still in the red. It's been quite high the last few days. Although it hasn't rained that much in this area, it's water that's coming down from Biddulph Moor and places and wending its way to this area. So I'm hoping that 2 weeks today I'm able to move the boat, because I need to be relocating to my new marina, and that involves just going up the little bit of the River Trent up to Shardlow, and then again on the Trent at just before Orrewas. After that I'm fine. So fingers crossed, otherwise I'm going to have to squat here in the Sawley Marina until the water levels go down.
So that should take care of the battery. I need to have a good look around the boat and make sure there aren't any other issues that will cause the boat to fail its boat safety certificate. I hope that you are enjoying my videos. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. And please press the bell icon on the home page of the channel, and you'll be notified by YouTube each time I upload a new video or a new update. Please give us a thumbs up and make any comments, as it does help to bring the channel up the YouTube algorithm, so more and more people will be aware of the channel and watch the videos, and that's a great encouragement. So thank you very much for all your support, and as always, do take care.